The agent is adamant about you better make me look good, right? Because that's their entire life, which is the person I'm bringing to you, you need to make me look good. You need to ensure you communicate all of the time, and you must close on time. Hello, this is Jason Spooner. I'm the CEO of SurePath Lending. And we have with us again this week, Shelly Amason, the CEO and founder of RightStaff. And this week, we're going to talk about the third segment on hiring loan officers. And this one's going to be more around support and structure for loan officers as they enter the company.
So in the last segments, I know we've covered the culture, the compensation, and the leadership. One of the big questions that comes up is, it's pretty scary for me to leave my company and I know what the delivery is going to be like, right? I know where the misses are. I know what that looks like. What ensures me that you guys can cover that you can close on time? What makes that, what makes me sleep well at night? If there's anything.
If there's anything. That's a great question. So again, the edict from when the time we started to build this company, through the development of the culture, through the hiring of all of the personnel, there were, I'm going to say like 2.5 triggers, right? It's communication, right? We've had decades in this environment, in this industry where communication is key, right? Always hearing the same thing. Doesn't matter who you speak with, which is the agent is adamant about you better make me look good, right? Because that's their entire life, which is the person I'm bringing to you. You need to make me look good. You need to ensure you communicate all of the time, and you must close on time, right? So your question, how, right?
Yeah.
So there's two big things here. So from an IT standpoint, we've spent a long time in taking a look at the best systems that we can put in place to ensure that a couple of things happen, right? So we looked at the kind of the elephants in the room that have been, in the industry for decades. About 80% of the industry is on one of them. And we took a look at it, and I can kind of surmise it this way. If you remember Chevy Chase and Christmas Vacation, right? You've got a guy on the front lawn with 100,000 lights draped over his house. You've got 5,000 different extension cords, and he's sitting here trying to plug them in, right? And, for 5 minutes, it didn't work, right? And then it did work, and then it didn't work. And what we didn't want to do was have something that was so complex, so cumbersome, that we had 10,000 different extension cords, and we're plugging in different things we need. So we ended up partnering with a company that is, it's been out there for a couple of years, but what they brought to the table was an LOS system, their POS system, and their CRM, their relationship management system, all in one, right? So there was no connectivity, there was no disconnects, there was no missing. And it was premised 100% on an agent and an LO relationship. So from every lead coming in, it mapped into the loan officer that we're engaged with. Everything from the time that lead came in, auto-triggered through AI, every piece of communication from the technology. Thank you, received your lead. Somebody got back to them, which is a timed on somebody getting right back to them. It auto-flows into, a number of different LOs if they didn't already have a relationship. If they do have a relationship, it auto-triggered back into their phone, and it auto-texts them right away. Oh, wow. So everything was built in based, again, service, right? We then basically, after that, hired the functional teams. So we went into the operations manager, who's got a little over 18 years experience that we know we've worked with now for over a decade. And we've got the head of closing with the same type of experience. Wow. We then brought in folks around them to ensure that we had the human element, right? As well as the technology element to ensure that we didn't miss anything. Everything has dashboards, everything has scorecards. So anything that we want to see from an ownership standpoint all the way down to a user level is there. And then it just reads things, right? Hey, you're past your 24-hour span. Everything comes out and tells you what you're missing. But then again, you've got the human component on it. So for me, again, heavy spend into the technology front and the human front. And we did that really for one simple reason, right? We want to take away all the pressure from the loan officers and have them do one thing that they're really, really good at, which is build relationships and close more loans.
And make more money.
And make more money.
Hello. That's funny. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything I missed? Anything that you're hearing that I haven't touched on?
I think the main thing is, I think you've covered it, from the compensation, the culture, the leadership, the infrastructure. There's a comfort there. I think it's important to really hone in on growth mindset, the good attitude, and you're fitting in with the top-notch culture that you guys have created. Because it's only going to bring the level of their performance up. And you want to be around top performers. I know I do. So
No,
I think that's super important.
We've got two of the owners that have a huge bank background as well. And the one thing we didn't want to create on this was a bank, right? We didn't want that mindset or that philosophy where, I can't pick up a phone and get to somebody, right? I mean, I get calls at 11 at night, I pick up, right? So that's the culture we've bred. And that's with the owners all the way down to the closer, right? You need something, we're there, whether it's on the weekend or weekday.
I like
It just doesn't matter.
that you guys have known each other for a long time. You've worked together. You've built relationships. Things work, and it's all built on trust. And you do what's right when no one's looking. And when you look at any kind of relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a business relationship, if you do the right thing and they're not looking, it's going to be fine in the end. And that's what you've demonstrated with this group. And I think that's what's important. And those are the people that are going to take your company to the next level. And that's why they're going to want to join you. That's my 2 cents, because you've got everything else covered.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You bet.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for listening. If you like this, please subscribe or follow us on social media, and appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you soon.